The story begins with a group of explorers, led by Sophia, who are in the Pacific Ocean. Sophia is searching for a large female shark named Lily. Suddenly, an alert comes on their system that the shark is very close. Sophia immediately orders all the divers to dive down and cover the shark from behind. Some divers, including Sophia's husband Chris, jump into the ocean. After a brief search, they spot a small dead whale, but no one understands how it died. Chris approaches it and sees shark bite marks on its body. Suddenly, several female sharks emerge, revealing they are all Lily's daughters. Lily herself appears, and everyone is astonished to see her, having doubled in size compared to the previous sighting. 2 months ago, when they first visited Lily, she was 3 meters in size. Now Lilith has grown 7 meters in length in just 2 months. Sophia tells Chris to quickly take a sample so they can learn the secret behind her rapid growth. Chris musters the courage to approach her to take a sample, but Lilith immediately attacks him. At that very moment, the connection between Chris and Sophia is cut off. Sophia, deeply distraught, dives into the ocean to find her husband. As she descends, she finds Chris's severed arm and no sign of any other driver. She realizes they have all become shark food, but she remains determined to get a sample from the shark. She approaches Lilith and attempts to take a sample, but the shark attacks her too. Fortunately, Sophia is caught in a net, but the shark drags the net deeper into the ocean. Somehow, she manages to escape and save herself. 3 years pass, and we arrive in Paris, where two young men are fishing in the Seine River. Suddenly, a bomb lands in their net. Seeing this, they report the bomb to the police. Reporters also arrive, and the police explain that shells and missiles were stored here during World War II. They explain that there's no need to be afraid. Bombs are often found here, and nothing will happen while they're here. They assure the people that the river is safe. Then we arrive at the Whale Conservation Center, where we see Sophia. Sophia has stopped researching sharks and teaches children about fish. During a lecture, she realizes some boys are making fun of her. They ask, "Where's that specimen your husband brought? Did that shark kill it and leave only the specimen?" Sophia becomes deeply saddened and leaves the lecture. Just then, a girl, Nora, stops her and says, "I'm your biggest fan. I follow all your research, especially the shark one." Sophia says, "I left all that research the day my husband died. Don't remind me of those days. It hurts me." She starts to leave, but Nora says, "I found out that you planted a tracker device in Lilith's body." Sophia is shocked, after which Nora takes her to her organization so that they can talk in detail. We come to know that Nora has formed an organization to save marine animals. She loves marine animals very much. Nora tells Sophia that she has monitored Lily for the past 3 years and says, "Sophia, you wouldn't know that Lily is now in the Seine." Sophia is shocked and says, "That's impossible because sharks can't survive in freshwater." Nora explains that climate change and pollution have altered Lily's nature, and now she's able to survive in this environment. Our group is trying to return her to the sea, otherwise she could die at any moment. Nora says, "I'm going to Dove tonight. You come with me, Sophia. We'll both look for the shark and take her back to her home." Sophia says, "What Dove? Do you think it's that easy? This is too risky. Doing this could cost you your life. This isn't just any ordinary fish. This is the world's most dangerous shark." Sophia escapes and returns home. Back home, she watches videos of her husband's last mission and breaks down in tears because he had told his team that he was with them on this mission. She feels guilty because they all died because of her. Meanwhile, we see Nora on a boat in the Seine River with her friend Ben. Nora asks, "Won't you get in with me?" Ben refuses, saying, "Go ahead, I'll take care of you here." Nora goes into the water alone and searches for lilies everywhere. Meanwhile, Sophia, tracking Lily's movements in the system, sees a shark approaching her and calls the police, informing them that Nora has gone alone into the river to look for the shark. Nora is still searching for the shark. Then she approaches a car with shark attack marks. Just then, she hears police sirens and realizes the police have reached the river. She immediately jumps out of the water and tries to escape, but the police catch her as driving in this river is prohibited. Sophia arrives at the scene just then and sees Nora being arrested, but she can't do anything. She stands near the river all night, tracking Liz's movements. The next day, Nora is still at the police station, unwilling to say why she went into the river. She simply says, "I just went for a bath." The inspector's name is Adil. He says, "You'll only get out of here if you tell the truth." "Forget about the bathing story. Do you think I'm stupid?" Nora replies, "Listen, I went looking for a shark. Adil laughs. Are you kidding me? The shark in the river is poisonous water, and where did it come from? You think I'm stupid. Nora says, believe me. I went looking for a shark in the water, but the officer refuses to believe her. Meanwhile, Sophia is still at the same spot where she was last night. Sophia is watching the shark's movements, feeling nervous and scared because it's so close to her. She then receives a call from the police station and is summoned to their office. There she learns that the call was made at Nora's request so she could prove that the shark was indeed in the river. Just then, the police find a dead body on the riverbank. Sophia is horrified by the condition of the body, as half of it was missing, as if it had been bitten by a large animal. Sophia says this sounds like a shark's work. She then goes to the police station and gives a female investigator all the information she knows about Lilith. She also explains that this shark is very dangerous. Not what you think, but that it's growing rapidly, and they need an expert team to take it back to its original habitat. Otherwise, if it stays in the river, it could die at any moment. But Nora suspects Sophia and the officer are about to kill the shark. So Nora sets to work rescuing the shark, ordering Sophia and Adil to safely transport it to the ocean. Sophia then arrives at the Seine River with a team of divers to capture the shark. Meanwhile, Nora quietly follows them, monitoring the shark's movements from a distance. Sophia and her team pinpoint Lily's location using the tracker. The divers quickly don their suits and enter the river. Nora, fearing they'll kill Lily, immediately calls her friend Ben and asks her to hack the tracker system so the divers can't trace the shark's location. Ben agrees and shuts it down. The divers continue searching for Lily in the water, and they are very close to Lily. They begin to sense her movement. Then the tracker suddenly shuts off, and they lose track of her location. They all quickly surface, before the shark kills them. Adil is astonished by how the tracker suddenly shuts down. He tells Sophia, I feel like you did all this. I swear, if it's confirmed you did this, this will be your last day of life. Sophia is angered by his words and leaves. By chance, she sees Nora, who has been secretly watching everything, and immediately realizes she's the one who sabotaged the tracker system. That night, Adil is talking to his officer and says they should block all the way around the river until they reach the shark. She says they can't close the riverbank because a huge race festival is coming up in a few days, which they can't cancel under any circumstances. It turns out this festival is a major swimming race taking place on the Seine River, featuring the country's most professional swimmers. Obviously, the city mayor won't cancel the festival, as over $1 billion have already been spent on it. Adil becomes deeply disheartened and searches for Sophia, learning everything that happened after her last mission. Her husband and entire team died, and she still blames herself. Adil is deeply saddened that she spoke harshly to him and sent him away angry. The next day, Nora makes a video in which she talks about the cruelty towards sharks. She says that millions of sharks are killed every year to make beauty products and serve as food for the rich. These creatures deserve to live like humans. She urges young people like her to join her organization and help return Lilith the shark to the ocean. Surprisingly, the video receives millions of views, and hundreds of young people join her team. Everyone has the same goal, to return Lilith safely to the ocean. Then Adil meets Sophia and says, I'm sorry for my rudeness, and I promise to introduce you to the city mayor. Explain everything to him. Adil then takes Sophia to meet him. Sophia tells the mayor the entire story and requests that the swimming race be canceled. But the mayor says that thousands of soldiers will be present and the festival will start on time. Sophia, enraged, says, the festival must be canceled. Otherwise, you'll send hundreds of people to their deaths. If they enter the river, Lilith will eat them all one by one. The mayor says, look, sister, listen clearly. The festival will not be canceled. The government has spent millions of dollars on this. The mayor then orders the police to kill the shark at all costs. The police ask Sophia for help, and Sophia says, I'll make a plan to take it out of the river and into the ocean, but it won't be killed. She devises a plan to trap the shark using specific frequencies, temporarily stun it, and then transfer it to the ocean. But before the plan can be executed, Ben arrives and admits he sabotaged the tracker system and now regrets it. But that's not all. Nora has traced Lisa's location and plans to take him to the ocean today. She reveals that the shark is currently near a sewer tank. She tells Sophia and the police to stop Nora, as some young people will be there to support Nora, and the area is very dangerous because the sewer area is very narrow. Sophia says, it's good you told us this, and assures them she will save her friend. At night, we see Norben and the rest of the organization have reached the sewerage area and are preparing for the mission. Ben seems a little nervous, as if hiding something. Nora then dives into the water to prove that sharks aren't dangerous to humans. She waits for Lelis. Just then, Sophia, Adil, and the police arrive, and tell her to get out of the water immediately. But the girl insists she will complete the mission. Sophia yells at her, "What you're doing is wrong. This shark is bigger than you think. It will eat your sonar device and you alive." Just then, Nora spots a shark. Sophia immediately realizes that this small shark is Lelis's daughter. But Nora, overjoyed, goes close to the shark and tries to touch it to locate it with the sonar device. Suddenly, Adil jumps into the water to save Nora. But suddenly, the shark becomes enraged, attacks Nora, and swallows her. At that moment, the entire area erupts in chaos, and all the young people flee in fear. Their ill-conceived plan to save the sharks ends up sinking them. Everyone is now desperately trying to save themselves. The swimmers somehow manage to rescue a few people, but most of them have lost their arms or legs. They only bring back the remains. All the injured are then taken to a hospital in Paris. Sophia stands there in shock, unable to believe what has happened. She begins to cry, remembering her husband and her old team. Just then, Adil sits beside her and comforts her. Sometime later, Adil and Sophia are called to the sewerage area. When they arrive, they find the body of Lelis's daughter. She is taken to the lab so that Sophia can conduct research on her, hoping to find some clues. At the same time, Sophia discovers that the shark is only 2 months old and pregnant. Sophia also notices Lelis's increasing growth. Surprisingly, this female shark can reproduce without the need for a male, meaning it can reproduce on its own without the need for a male. Sophia understands that this shark is a major threat because Lelis's numbers will increase dramatically in a few months, posing a significant threat to humans. Therefore, it is essential to eliminate Lelis and her entire species, or else she will wipe out all of humanity. The next day, Sophia and her team arrive at the mayor's office and brief him on the latest information. The mayor is furious as the mission has failed and the swimming festival is just hours away. She says, "Kill this shark somehow." Sophia becomes angry at him and asks, "Is money more important to you or the lives of the people?" The mayor angrily tells him to get out of here, and then she decides that the army will be responsible for killing the sharks. Sophia and Adil are sitting in a cafe and talking. Sophia says that if the festival isn't canceled, there will be a catastrophe because the mayor is money hungry and will have the competition at any cost. Adil says, "Let's save the world together." They both form a plan to kill the sharks without the mayor. Adil then talks to his friends and asks for their help. All the friends agree and form a team. On the day of the festival, Sophia, Adil, and the entire team dive into the river and head toward the sharks, specifically to plant the bomb in their house. Meanwhile, the mayor is opening the fair, unaware of Adil and Sophia's plan. The army is also ready in their boats, prepared for any attack. Sophia's team reaches the sharks' main habitat and sees thousands of sharks there. Meanwhile, the fair begins and swimmers jump into the water. Sophia and her team plant bombs among the sharks, and as soon as they finish, everyone tries to climb up. Just then, a shark appears and kills 2 of the team members. Sophia pulls Adil out to escape quickly, but the bombs explode quickly. The explosion reverberates and the rest of the team is waiting for them. Sophia brings Adil up. The team puts him in the boat as he is injured. Sophia then decides to go down alone to confirm whether Lelis is dead, but when she returns, she discovers that Lelis is still alive. Suddenly, Lelis attacks the boat, knocking the team down and killing the entire team. But luckily, Adil and Sophia survive and come to the surface. Then they see a shark heading towards the swimmers, so they both jump back into the water to stop it. But it's too late. The shark has already reached the swimmers and begins killing them one by one. The entire area is filled with screams and chaos. Just then, the army arrives and fires at Lelis, but the bullets have no effect on him. The biggest danger is that numerous bombs are already planted under the river. If a bullet hits them, the entire city will be blown up. And then that's what happens. A bullet hits a bomb, causing a massive explosion. The entire city is devastated. The explosion causes a terrible tsunami that sweeps away the entire city. Many people drown, including Sophia and Adil. Sophia surfaces and, finding an unconscious Adil, takes him to safety. They both climb onto a large piece of iron. After a while, Adil regains consciousness and asks, "We made it." "The shark is dead, isn't it?" Sophia looks at him. Tears well up in her eyes, but she says nothing. Adil looks around and is shocked. The entire city of Paris is submerged, and sharks are swimming everywhere. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.